Alright, another batch of tumbled rocks. Some wood, some jasper, some I don't knows, and some odds and ends. The other batch, this is from 2 barrels. I have a Chicago Electric 2-barrel tumbler. This one's a few months old. The other one behind me that's going to be running once this video is off again and finishing up in 2 days is a year old. And they both work really, really well. I won't get into it now, but there's a couple things that you want to keep an eye on. Mainly, I'll just tell you now, that plastic piece that keeps the barrel head, let me show you, this thing here, from hitting a plate that's on here, but I have this plate off. Other than that, they're pretty decent. The motor and everything sounds great and everything. I have this top off so it doesn't heat because it gets really hot. So that's what I do there. And here, since I cook a lot over here, and this is on my kitchen thing, so that's what that plastic piece, so that metal and plastic don't rub. And I've gone through one of those, and then I took the one from the other side and screwed it here. I actually had flipped it over, so as you can see, there's none over there. There was a piece there. That's what's on over here now, because I had to flip that and roll it over. I even put some oil on there. That's what the black is. It picks up that thing wearing away, so A, it won't squeak, and B, it will keep from grinding too fast. So other than that, I haven't had any trouble in a year with any of these. Alright, so I'm going to try to do this fast, but be patient as my camera doesn't always like to zoom in. So let's just start over here. I'll show you at the end of the video one of these pieces cut and polished. I think it might be well, I don't know what the rocky part is, like the beige browny rock, kind of crumbly rock, but there's quartz in there, and then I think the green stuff is like epidote, if I say that right. So it makes for a nice color, and I have 2 giant ones outside. Maybe I'll show you to give you an idea. This was a piece of labradorite that was banged up, so I decided to tumble it, and it came out pretty decent. They look really cool underwater in my fish tank. That's a really cool piece of, I think, jasper. Well, let's see if I can get that zoomed in. There we go. So some jaspers are smooth, some petrified wood are smooth, but some petrified wood that I have that is red, and I know for a fact it's wood, has like dots, like say they're made up of a million dots instead of a flow of like paint. So let's say the smoothness of the rock and the colors would be paint compared to dots. Some of this is dots. You can't really tell, maybe. So I'm not sure if this is wood or jasper, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It has some really, like you can see there on that side, if I can get the right angle, that color and the depth of it. And I'll show you why I think, see that whole section right here is like if somebody just dotted with dots. Even though it may appear as a paintbrush swirl, it's not. It's made of tons of dots, which is really, really cool. And then other parts of the rocks are more like swirled paintbrush. But I just wanted to share that color with you. Oops, sorry about that. I almost dropped something. So that's awesome. So whether it's wood or jasper, I don't know, but it's absolutely beautiful. Same thing here. Not exactly sure with this. You can't really tell, but that's like an orangey glow in the middle there. When I'm off the camera, you kind of can see it, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this and tumble this one. It looked really cool on its own. This is jasper, and again, it's got some like really cool swirls and designs in it. Just a nice looking piece. Some of them come out really beautifully tumbled. Let's see. This is an I don't know. It's got some strange color. When it wasn't tumbled and it had the jagged edges, I think I liked it like nicer. You could see this really cool color that you're kind of seeing in here. It's hard to describe what color that really is. That wannabe reddish pink. But it came out nice tumble. Wood or jasper. I think this one might be wood. It looks like it has grains in it. You can see there the orange in this piece. And again, really cool. Jasper. This came out really nice. Nice red, solid kind of color. Not sure if this would be called an agate quartz or if this is some kind of opal. Let's see if my camera can get this. got like yellows and swirls, and it's hard to pick up the agate design that runs through it. Well, let's see if I can do this. It just has a totally different feel than a regular like hard crystally like chalcedony or agate quartz. And you kind of can see the design. I just cut this in half, but let's see. You can kind of see it. There's like some yellows and whites and clears in there and browns. I'm not sure what that is. Same thing with this one. This one you'll be able to see the lines better on. And it got that opaly feel to it. It just doesn't feel completely... Oh man, I had this before. Showed a lot better. But you can see the light, like the snake-like designs with the white, the clear, the blue. And even in that white part and yellow part, there's lines in there too, but they're hard to see on the camera. And then over here, they kind of look like this. This is what I'm talking about. It looks like that on the other side, but not as cool as that. Okay, there it goes a little bit. It's not the angle I wanted to show it on, but you get the picture. So then, there, maybe that. You can see that agate. And again, it seems like plasticky. It seems like more opal than everything. And it's like got that yellow and white in it. Here's another cool piece of this. And again, when you see this cut and polished, and when my camera focuses, you'll get a better idea. Okay, I'll pass on that one. So here is a piece of wood, and this one came out really nice. Let's see if my camera wants to play nice here. You can see the wood grain in there. And again, the camera is not, it's just bouncing around like crazy here. There it goes. You can see all the wood grain. It came out really, really nice. It actually looks better on the naked eye than it does on the camera. How crystally it is. This is a really nice piece of wood. And again, the grains came out really, really nice on there. Even with the indentations, it really tumbled nice and came out really nice. I want to say the big one flat. I don't know what this is, but pretty neat color. Bigger rock I cut into little pieces. I don't know what this is. Hard to see the colors on it. Didn't come out that great, but pretty neat looking. I might put it in the fish tank. This is another one that has a strange feel to it. Like those other two. Like that quartzy but opaly, just a strange feel to it. Like glass or plastic compared to that hard like crystal. And again, it's got some lines. I think I'm going to put it in a second time around, because you can't see it, but in here is some lines like agate designs that go through it on the side too, and it will bring out more of that golden color, and it runs through the back here. So again, it was really, really jaggedy, but it smoothed out nice, and you can sort of see some of the depths in there. So it will probably go in for a second round, maybe a good 7 to 10 days in the first grind to get deeper in there, but it looks really cool. I'm glad I tumbled it. Here's what I think is petrified wood and or jasper. It is really, really beautiful. Got some pinks and reds and colors in there, and then look at this. Ready? Like that nice layer. All those layers. And this bottom. Look at the color of that. Let's see. Alright, so sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. Let's see if I can get this side in. Dang it. I think you can get the picture of it though. It's really, really beautiful. It actually, the shape of it was how it came, but you can see the lines in there. There it goes. Of course, it's never on the angle that I want though, right? It's almost purpley and brown. Really awesome. Not sure what that is. I don't think it's jasper, but it tumbled nice. Green is always cool to find because they're hard to find. And here's a really cool jasper that has like the swirls of quartz in it. Let's see if I can show you that. My nephew's watching. You should be excited. I find these at a lake, dried lake bed, and let's see. There, you can kind of see it's like a clear blue, which looks really nice. And again, the angle of this is hard to get. I got a bigger piece in the other tumbler that the whole rock, one side of the rock is like that, and you can see deep into it, and it's got a bluish, you can kind of see that, a bluish gray look to it, and it looks like, you know, a river trapped under ice kind of look to it. It's absolutely awesome. Here's another one of my favorites. I don't know what it is, if it's true jasper or not. It doesn't feel like jasper. It almost feels like a wood, but it doesn't really look like a wood. Whether it's a jasper or not, I don't know, but it's got that really amazing color in it. This is a piece of some sort of serpentine gem group. Not sure which one, but it came out really, really nice. I'll show you where that one came from as well in my cut and polished. But it came out nice. Here's another favorite, again, maybe a jasper or not. Let's open the camera. Okay, there, the camera picked it up nice. That just looks so cool. One day I'll be able to do some jewelry. I think I'm going to send this to my nephew, not sure. He might like this. Some strange type of jaspery rock. And I'm going to put a hole in it with a piece of twisted copper and make like a little necklace. You might think that's cool. Kind of looks like the Cosmos Nebula or something. Here's another nice piece of jasper. See, these kind here that are really smooth and nice with the color scheme in them and the lines, they would make good jewelry, I think. Like, I don't know, you know, I would have to cut little pieces and grind them down and then facet them or something. I was even thinking about shaping them in little pieces and just drilling, like I said, in the tops of them and dropping a silver or copper twisted little thing, which I'll show you that as well. Because they look like they would make nice pieces. I mean, if they were set, obviously, in a pendant or a ring, they would look really, really beautiful. Here's another awesome piece. That color is so cool, and it's almost like orange meets red, and if you catch the right angle, it lights up like almost like that fiery opal stuff they call it. I don't know what this is, but it tumbled and came out so cool. That color is just so cool. And that black in it, I don't know. So yeah, that's that. So if you know what this might be, or if that's a true like common opal agate or something like that, I don't know. And this guy right here, I don't know. Now let me show you what I want to show you. So I wanted to show you, you know, like an opal, a true agate type thing compared to the way these feel. Then I want to show you where that came from and this guy came from and the red wood. Oh, I didn't show you the best piece. Here's another thing that doesn't appear to be jasper, and it tumbles absolutely fabulous. I'll show you a piece of that that I cut and polished, and then the side that's raw. Now please come in with this. Let's see. Ah, oh, come on. This has like what I call that Easter egg blue. Remember when you were a kid and you dyed Easter eggs and had that like turquoise-y blue and green? Oh, I hope this picks up because this is one of the coolest things. There we go. So you can see the browns, the greens. Now I tumbled this twice to get that to show because it was mostly brown, as you'll see on the other side. Look at those blues and greens. I have no idea what this is. It looks like turquoise, not just the color, but it looks like the rock or mineral turquoise. Whether it is, I don't know. But it has the feel sort of jasper, but it's like a leathery type rock on the outside. It even has like an agate design going through there. And you can see the brown on that side. Now, there, the green on this side is just amazing. If I can get the right angle, you'll see how bright it is. It's just so beautiful. So how cool is that? I don't know what this is, but even the brown makes it look nice. But I'm so into that green and those blues, and I'm thinking about throwing it in again, because if I can get, wait, hold on one second. If I can get, where's my thumb? If I can get those blues to pop out more, just absolutely fabulous. All right, now if I can remember, let me show you the original stuff so you can compare. All right, so that's that Epidote quartz rock stuff that I told you I have. That's a great polished version where the what I call the Epidote is showing the best. See that? It's all crystally clean. Same thing with that big piece. That big piece is cut and polished. And then that piece there is almost all Epidote type stuff. So it came on one giant rock. I'll show you. This is like, I made like a Stonehenge out of it. So cool. So I don't know, the sun's shining here, but so here's like an agate that's like a chalcedony quartz type agate. Let's see. And you can see it's really crystally and orange, and it's got some of the agate designs. I tumbled it just to see because it wasn't like the greatest, but it came out awesome with the orange. So anyway, this is like, you know, it feels like a crystally type thing more than the other ones do, even though it has the white in it. And then here's like more, even more something more solid like the chalcedony. It's actually an agate. You can barely see it. I cut the one side just to show. Let's see, my camera and the light and the sun here is not well, but you can see it's like a clear agate thing that goes through there. Anyway, it's solid piece and it feels solid compared to those two ones I showed you that I just tumbled. So not sure if it's like that guy in there. You can see with the lines all in it. My camera won't pick up so well, but they feel like quartz and true agates, where the other two sort of felt a little bit different texture. All right, so when I said that I had, and I don't know if this will focus, but let's see here. So I said I had the serpentine group rock, the gem stuff. Let's see. Yeah, it's just not picking up. Anyway, that's what this is, a solid piece of awesomeness. So I cut this giant rock down into pieces. Here's another side of it that's got this amazing blue and white. Anyway, I want to make a good video of this whole collection that I have, but I just wanted to share with you real quickly where that piece came from that tumbled. It was just an edge piece. Okay, so that came in nice. So you can see it's clear, it's white, it's just awesome. And pretty much now that you saw that one piece, they all are like that. This is amazing because of the color of it. But yeah, that's a serpentine group. Zephyrite, nephrite, one of those types of things. I forget what the other two are. There's lizardite and something else, but that's a green one. All right, so that is this. Two different rocks, but the same exact rock. I cut and polished this, and I tumbled one of these too. I'll show you a tumbled version of the other one. I think I tumbled. So there's the cut and the polish, and you can see the green and everything in there. Look at that. I mean, that is just so beautiful, the two different greens. Now, when I got the rock, it looked like this, but it was fractured on this side. And I thought, wow. And you can't really see it now, but, you know, that green part was in there with a little purpley. And I said, well, I'll just cut it to see what happens. Now, you can see how it's like this leathery. Doesn't appear to be jasper. It's like leather. It really feels like leather or a turtle shell. But I was thankful that I saw this. And when I noticed underwater, when I washed it, when I cleaned it, it really pops really well. So I was super excited and to hope that it would be green and everything inside. And it was. Look at that. Can you imagine that? That is just so awesome. And you know how many of these I left behind? I thought, that ain't a true jasper or anything. Kind of weird. I tried to clean one up one time before I got my saw, and I thought, nah, I don't know. It's kind of leathery. I don't like it. Nice, beautiful, big pieces, and I chucked them. And I was like, oh, man. So I got my saw, and I cut that. And then I had this one, which did show on the top. Look at that. Just look at that. My God. Now if I can find a big one, like 3 times the size it is, already done up. Nice and smooth. Anyway, I got the saw and I cut it, and I thought, wow, I had thrown a few of those back. So now I know that hidden under these may be that green. And then let me show you that red wood that I'm talking about. All right, so briefly here, there's some red things that I think are wood. They're hard to show. And there's some things here that I don't know if they're wood, but they look like it. I'm going to show you the big one. And then there's this thing real quickly here that it's a strange feeling. I can't describe what it feels like. I don't know, it's strange. It's almost like so light. And it's like wood, jasper, something else. But it's beautiful, and it has those swirls in it, like black swirls. But here I know it's definitely wood. There's a big, beautiful piece. And you can see the grain that goes down, or you should be able to see the grain. And I find these in an area that jasper and petrified wood are tremendous. So those little pieces look like this, even though they were hard to see. Some of them are way more beautiful and clear and everything. But yeah, this is awesome right here. That is awesome. All right, if this focuses, this is the other part of that rock. And I'm going to tumble it a second time, a second stage. My camera's not picking up, but that was the outside, and that's was the other side where I can see. You can't see it right now. But the tumbled of this, maybe because it was a little larger, I mean, it's not really that far behind that. But there it goes. So you can see that. The slight purple, the different greens. So I'm going to tumble this again. I might even cut where that little fracture is. I might even cut along there and make two of them. But yeah, so if you ever find something like leathery and brown that looks like that, and again, this side was very, very brown, but now that I see that more is coming out, I'm going to retumble it because I know it's going to go good. Now, when I can cut something pretty decent, like this guy here, and polish it, I will. But sometimes I warp them and they're a little bit hard to fix, so I use the tumbler. That way at least I still have something really cool. And it's not completely ruined, you know what I mean? So that's what that is. I just wanted to share that with you. Absolutely gorgeous. If you know what this is, whether it's the rock totally or what makes that green and that turquoise-y color, let me know, because that is just absolutely beautiful. And I think that's it, right? And then when the other batch is done, I'll make a quick video because I think they're similar rocks, and I don't think there's any standout rocks like this or anything like that. All right, lots of love to you. Bye-bye.